This is LeBron James' rich lifestyle. LeBron was born in the trenches of Akron, Ohio, back in December 1984. His mom, Gloria Marie James, was just 16 years old, and his dad was locked up for arson in prison. Between moving from apartment to apartment and eventually living with a local youth football coach, LeBron began playing basketball when he was just 9 years old. So for him, sports was his way out. A couple of years later, he was balling out in the AAU basketball leagues. Then he enrolled at a private Catholic schools, the now famous St. Vincent St. Mary High School in Ohio, and became arguably the greatest high school basketball player of all time. You've probably heard the rest 100 times over, but just for the sake of it, I'm gonna tell you again. LeBron forfeited college to go to the 2003 NBA draft straight out of high school, and got drafted first overall by his hometown team, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Since then, he's been redefining greatness with every season, and breaking all kinds of records, including this year breaking the record for all-time points set by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. After 20 NBA seasons, 19 All-Star appearances, 4 championship rings, 4 MVPs, and 4 Finals MVPs, LeBron James boasts a net worth and lifestyle to match. And some are arguing that he's the greatest the game has ever even seen. Whoa, MJ fans, don't come for me. They're both amazing, and I'm not trying to fight that one tonight. But money-wise, LeBron has some cash to throw around. So let's check out LeBron's net worth. LeBron's estimated net worth is a billion dollars. That's right, billion with a B. That's money only about 7 other athletes in the history of the world can relate to. And while LeBron isn't the only billionaire basketball player, he's the first and only one to reach that height while still being active in the league. So let's get into how his pockets got so deep. Well, the first way is his salary from his 2 decades in the league. He's currently the 2nd highest earner in the NBA by season salary, despite being 38 years old. And he's been about that money since his day 1 in the league. LeBron James has had several extremely lucrative contracts over the years, and currently he's the most paid player in NBA history with total earnings of $431 million US. And the current deal LeBron's on that he signed in August 2022 is worth $97.13 million over 2 years. Now, just that money LeBron makes from salary alone is enough for a few lifetimes, but I said a billion at the beginning of this video, so where's the other 600 mil at? A lot of that money has come from endorsements. Now, from Michael Jordan to LeBron James, everybody knows that big players get the big time brand deals, and the big deals bring big money. And that's a simple explanation for how King James has earned hundreds of millions from just endorsements alone. His first deal came in 2003 with Nike, when he was just an 18-year-old prospect. A deal which started with a $100 million initial agreement for LeBron to be the face of Nike, and has been a partnership that has been mutually beneficial and developed into a $1 billion lifetime agreement between Nike and LeBron, locking him in until the end of his days. Other than that, LeBron has deals with brands like AT&T, PepsiCo, Walmart, Blaze Pizza, Beats Electronics, Upper Deck, State Farm Insurance, AUDEMARS, PIGUET, Dunkin' Donuts, Samsung, Kia, Verizon, and Intel. Dude legit makes over $50 million a year just from endorsements alone. Dang! And dude's all about chasing that bag, so he puts money into business ventures that bring in the bank. And LeBron has equity stakes in almost all the brands he endorses. That's the real genius part of LeBron's portfolio. LeBron was a very early seed round investor in the fast-growing Blaze Pizza chain. He also invested in smart gym maker Tonal and rideshare giant Lyft. And you want more? Here's more. LeBron's the co-owner of TV and movie production Spring Hill Company, and is a minority stakeholder in the Fenway Sports Group. That minority stake technically makes him a part owner of the Red Sox, Fenway Park, and Liverpool Football Club. So LeBron's officially in the elite ownership circle for the Boston Red Sox and for soccer as well. This man's taking over all sports. And dude really has me questioning all my life choices, man. Making $50 million a year just from his face and likeness, making billions. But how does he spend all this crap load of money, bro? Let's get to the lifestyle. First, his houses. LeBron is the king after all. So why have one house when you could have a real estate portfolio worth $80 million? Yeah, that's not just one palace. You gotta have multiple palaces for the king. There's a $10 million mansion near his hometown in Akron, Ohio. And then we can't forget the 8-bedroom spread in Los Angeles that cost him $23 million. And he owns some really nice spots in Miami as well. But the crown jewel of all of LeBron's mansions is his mansion in star-studded Beverly Hills, California. And at around $38 million, this mansion is truly something special. Covering about 2.5 acres of land at the hilltop, the mansion has 4 structures, all built in the 1930s. The property's been renovated to a Mediterranean style. It has 4 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, 9,100 interior square feet, and vaulted exposed beam ceilings, a screening room, 7 fireplaces, and strictly glass sliding walls. Catch your breath because there's more. LeBron James' Beverly Hills home also comes with 2 detached guest houses, a tennis court, a large swimming pool, a pool house with 2 bathrooms, all with breathtaking views of Beverly Hills and the Pacific Ocean. Dang, man, this house will have royalty feeling jealous. But what's going on with them cars? You can't have the mansion without the supercar in the garage. Cars. When it comes to cars, LeBron is not afraid to drop some cash, as he spent over $5 million just on automobiles alone. Some of the highlights of his garage are a blacked out, ultra luxurious Rolls-Royce CULLINAN SUV that cost him $505,000. He also owns a Lamborghini Aventador Roadster custom painted to match his LeBron 11 King's Pride floral shoes, worth about $700 grand. And then also has a Ferrari 458 Spider worth about $220,000. But we're just getting started. LeBron also has 2 other Ferraris, 3 Mercedes-Benzes, a Bentley, a Rolls-Royce, a Hummer H2, a Chevy Camaro SS, a Challenger SRT of course, a Rolls-Royce Phantom that Shaq gifted him, and the crown jewel, a rare black 2015 Porsche 918 Spider with a base price of about $850 grand. But LeBron is rumored to have paid an extra $1.4 million. Yup, LeBron paid $2.2 million for that car alone because of the limited quantity of it produced. But for LeBron, that's absolute pocket change. Shoot, he's not even an ordinary rich guy, because no ordinary rich guy has a jewelry collection worth $10 million alone. Tons of designer watches, diamond grills, custom-made necklaces. The king has the drip to match the game. The craziest of his watches is a 6102R Celestial from Patek Philippe, which cost him $500,000. This man got a condo on his wrist for real. And what's more stupidly expensive than 500 grand on a watch? Probably a chain pendant worth 150 grand alone by itself. And that's LeBron's light up diamond pendant called the Lion Gatekeeper, which is made of 130 grams of 14 karat gold encrusted with 35 carats of VS1 diamonds. And LeBron could dress like Jokic, be boring, live the farm life, and flex on all of us with his skills alone. But he just has to drop the ice on us too? Man, this dude's lifestyle's crazy. All NBA players born after 1983 want to do is work out 4 times a day, buy $36 million homes, own Blaze Pizza, eat hot chip, and betray their hometown. Anyways, what else does LeBron spend money on, man? Charity. When you see how much he spends on philanthropy, you'll probably excuse his lavish spending on himself. One of the greatest charity projects in the NBA is the I Promise School in LeBron's hometown of Akron, Ohio. The I Promise initiative started back in his Miami Heat days to improve his relations with relatives after he ditched the city that never abandoned him. Went to take his talents to South Beach. Other than building a grade school building, LeBron invests a whopping $20 million a year in public elementary schools in the area and gives $1 million a year to help pay for teachers' salaries. The king is pledged to give more than 1,000 student scholarships in the coming years for kids to attend university. He's donated millions of dollars to the Boys and Girls Club of America, 1x1 Foundation, the Children's Defense Fund, the Smithsonian National Museum of African American History and Culture, and most recently, he's begun the House 330 project to provide training in financial literacy for community activities. From his career on the court to his bank account, houses, cars, jewelry, and even charity, LeBron does everything 100 times better than almost any other athlete in the world. And we could say that even his life at home is unlike other athletes. Let's check out LeBron's love life. LeBron might not be a one-team player, but at least publicly, he's definitely one woman's man. The woman in question is the mother of his 3 kids, the stunning Savannah James. The two began dating in high school when LeBron was in his senior year, and Savannah was in her sophomore year. You know what's crazy? They attended rival schools, but LeBron somehow got her to come watch one of his games before their first date. And that was all it took, as LeBron was such a superstar in high school that him playing in that game against her school swept her off her feet. So the Kings got game on and off the court. They had their first solo date at Outback Steakhouse and have been together ever since then. Savannah got pregnant with their first child in 2004 during LeBron's rookie year and her senior year in high school. And yes, that child is the legendary Bronny James, who, by the way, has been slated to go top 10 in his draft class recently. Bronny James' lifestyle video and coming soon? The two had the younger brother BRYCE James 3 years later in 2007, but didn't even get married until 2013. Since then, they've added their only daughter, Zuri, to the family and have become an iconic family in the world of sports. Bronny's currently a 5-star prospect for the 2024 NBA draft, and as I said earlier, some people are even saying he could go in the top 10. And Bryce is also balling out in high school, currently in his sophomore year, and even taller than his brother Bronny at 6'7". It's a good thing to know that James' name will be in the league for a couple more decades. Now, you probably wouldn't even guess Savannah's a mother of 3 with how gorgeous she still looks. She practically runs the entire James household, and she still supports LeBron at home on top of that. But she's also got a lot going for herself. She launched her own mentorship program, Women of Our Future, in 2017 for one-on-one counseling and support for young girls in Akron, and was a guest speaker at the Akron Community Foundation's For Women Forever event in 2018. One thing about Savannah James is she hates the spotlight, but sadly, she doesn't get to always be out of the spotlight. And that's not even just because she's married to LeBron James. It's because she's so damn fine.